You know, I don't think there's any denying that Warframe is a good game. Like, if you take away the grind and the business model and focus entirely on its gameplay, it is a solid game. When you're a new player to the game, everything seems fucking incredible. It's always nice to see a new player pop up on Reddit, saying how much that they love the game and how fantastic it is. But, the longer that you've been playing a game, the easier it becomes to find cracks in its form. But despite those flaws, overall, the product is solid. I guess you can call this a disclaimer for the rest of the video. What I'm about to bring up does not make the entire game bad, it's just something that annoys the hell out of me. So, with all of that said, sniper rifles in this game can eat an entire bowl of fucking dick. There's so many things wrong with them that this is one of the few videos that I've actually written a script for. Typically, when I make videos, I usually just type or say whatever is at the front of my brain at the time, with the exception of stuff that needs to be researched, obviously. But here, I had to compile a script together just to make sure that I wasn't repeating anything or missing anything, because I could very easily tread over old ground or accidentally miss points. So, to make sure that that won't happen, I had to make a script. Okay. So, alright, so what's wrong with snipers in this game? Well, a better question would be, what do they get right? The only thing that they really have going for them right now is damage and accuracy. Which is fine, that makes sense, they're sniper rifles, but everything else is just... Can I please meet the person who designed how the scope mechanics work? No, really, I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand as violently and as wildly as my scope does when I'm at max zoom. Which, by the way, is my personal favorite aspect about snipers in any game, to be fair. You know, it's always it's always nice to see that beautiful scope sway. It's as if my Tenno saw a really nice corpus ass, and now he's just lost control of his fine motor skills. Okay, so sarcasm aside, the scope design in Warframe is atrocious. There's a big difference between the scope sway and having a seizure the instant that your eye touches the scope. Now, to be fair, the sway isn't that bad if you're just at the smallest zoom, but it honestly shouldn't even be a feature in the first place. Remember that this is a fast-paced shooter. Not only are you given tools to fly through the air, doing flips and all other manner of crazy shit, but enemies are often jumping and darting around due to their pathfinding, and their head hitboxes can be in really weird positions because of this. Oh, and if you still don't have a reason to be fucking baffled by the decision of scope sway, what if I told you that there exists a gun that has a scope with 0 sway on it? Yeah, it exists. What you're looking at is the Buzzlock. It's an assault rifle, and it's a weapon where accuracy isn't even that important. Oh, and did I mention that this thing fires a beacon that turns the gun into an aimbot, rendering the scope completely useless anyways? And even if sway got removed, we still have another problem. See this bonus that you get from zooming in? Good on paper, but holy shit is this execution flawed. Listen, an adjustable zoom should not be designed to be a reward system. Now, I do love the bonuses. That's one thing that they did get right. I'm not saying to get rid of the bonuses, but that bonus should not decrease just because you prefer the smallest zoom. Just keep the bonuses at the highest level for all zoom levels. That's really all we need. It's not going to be overpowered or anything. Snipers are not sporting Toncore or Telios Boltes ranges here. Moving right along, does someone want to explain to me why they're so picky with what gets innate punch through and what doesn't? Because I sure as shit don't know. For God knows whatever reason, the only sniper rifle to date that apparently deserved innate punch through is the Lenka. And okay, fine, sure, it has travel time on its bullets, I get that. But for fuck's sake, the Vectis Prime both feels and sounds like it's shooting a slug the size of a boot. And you're telling me that that doesn't deserve an 8 punch through? All sniper rifles deserve it. Not just the Lenka, not just the Vectis Prime, every single sniper rifle deserves an 8 punch through. Oh yeah, if you think that's fun, here's a revelation for you. Neither of these are sniper rifles, but we now live in a world where the Opticore, this giant-ass Spartan laser of mass destruction, this handheld Death Star beam, lacks an 8 punch through. But this little weak-looking staff that looks and sounds like it's firing relatively offensive farts somehow deserves to have an 8 punch through on it. Why? Speaking of the Ferox, isn't it funny how it is one of the best designed sniper rifles in the game? Yeah, I know it's listed as a spear gun, but think about it this way, right? Its crit stats are actually better than some sniper rifles that are already in the game. It has a very quick charge time, its shots are hit scan, its accuracy is pinpoint, you don't have to deal with scope shenanigans, and your accuracy stays 100% regardless of whether you're aiming or not. Yeah, that sounds about right to me, I guess. Moving on, I haven't mentioned it yet, but I still don't understand why they decided to nerf sniper accuracy whenever you're not zoomed in. Were they really that powerful that they needed that nerf? To those who don't know, apparently at some point they decided that no scoping was apparently too powerful, and they decided to nerf it. And mind you, this was way before things like the Taunt Core and the Simular got hit with their nerfs. As to why they decided to nerf no scoping, your guess is as good as mine at this point. Moving on once more, how about that hit combo that snipers have? You know, where every time you hit an opponent, a combo counter goes up. That is another idea that sounds great on paper, but the way they implemented it just gives me a migraine if anything else. So, it doesn't really take a genius to realize this, but snipers are weapons very much about patience, right? You know, like taking the time to line up your shots, making sure you don't miss, things like that. It's something that has been ingrained into our head as players since God knows how long. When you're using a sniper rifle, you want to take your time. You want to make sure that you're landing your shots, and you know, things of that nature, right? Well, what better way to fuck over that idea than by introducing a timer to your combo? So whenever you don't land a shot, your combo counter doesn't just degrade, it completely vanishes. Well, isn't that just lovely? Okay, so I understand why they might have done this, right? Warframe is a pretty fast-paced game. Enemies are flowing through every which way, and maybe they're trying to encourage you to be a flick sniper or something. You know, where you, like, snap your mouse and land a shot very quickly. But if that was the case, why does the shot counter also reset when you miss a shot? If they made it so that the combo counter only resets if you didn't land a hit in time, but kept going even if you missed, then I would understand. Because you would have an incentive to go for as many shots as possible and not have to worry about missing a shot. But no, if you do either one, your combo is lost. So each of these criteria completely contradict the point of the other one. You want your sniper rifle gameplay to be based around slowly taking time to line up a shot? Well, the timer idea will make sure that idea never floats. You want your sniper gameplay to be based around flicking shots and taking shots as often as possible? Well, if you miss even a single shot, your combo also goes down the drain. Whoever came up with this two-way paradox needs to be kicked in the nads by a MOA. Okay, so I think I got everything out of my system, but now I'm not sure how to end the video. Again. So, I don't know. Here's a picture of a giraffe. I don't know if you like giraffes, but I do. I think they're pretty cool animals, and to me, they're the closest thing that we have to dinosaurs right now, because, you know, like, I forget the name of them, but there was the dinosaurs that had the really long necks, and the theory goes that they died because their necks were too long and their heart couldn't pump enough blood to their brain. But, you know, it was